Hello, class. Before I get started, I just wanted to let you guys know that I am feeling a little bit under the weather. I'm sucking on a cough drop, so if I cough or sneeze, I am sorry in advance. Um, Thank you for your understanding. Today, I'm going to talk about social media and the influence, communication, and relationships in my life and how it affects my mental health and how it has been with my self image. As I've gotten older, I honestly don't use social media the same way that I used to. I used to use my Facebook a lot more consistently, but I rarely post anything on there. I mostly post on my TikTok or on my Instagram mostly. I feel that it has more of a visual and it's simple and it's easy to stay connected, and you can instantly just post anything on your story and you can easily message anyone without it being overwhelming or having constant news feeds. Social media absolutely changes the way that we communicate. It is useful to stay in touch with people who are afar, like family and friends. Like all my family is all in Florida, and so they can see what's going on in my life over here in California. A quick DM or reaction can keep connections going, but at the same time, it sometimes replaces real conversations. Instead of calling or spending time together, it's easy to tap a like or a heart or reply with an emoji and feel that it counts as catching up rather than giving someone a phone call or going and seeing them in person or even sending mail. Not many people will send mail often unless it's the holidays. But online communication can sometimes feel surface level, and face to face connection still matters so much for building meaningful relationships. When it comes to mental health, I think that social media has benefits and challenges. It is inspiring and supportive, and you can learn a lot from people you follow, but some things people post may not always be true. So you always have to fact check. Also, too, when you're seeing the highlights of people's life, um, you don't get to see behind the scenes, and then it's just so easy to compare yourself to other people and their lives. And I have been one to do that, and I have spoken to other friends who have done the same thing. And so there's like a fine line between, with social media and how it's created, and it still makes you question yourself sometimes. One thing that I do notice with the younger generation is how social media has taken away those moments of boredom. I mean, I remember when I was a kid, we had to go knock on doors, and social media was kind of evolving. Facebook was just happening. I was a senior when Instagram came out, and I remember it being such a big thing. But when we wanted to hang out with our friends, we had to AIM them on our computers, and sometimes it would be a few hours for a response versus going and being bored at home and not having anything. Whereas this newer generation, they don't know what it's like to be bored. And when you're bored, you start to use your creative mind. And I don't think that that's something that is happening as much. Um, you know, it's important because it builds our creativity and patience and imagination. Today, everything is so easily accessed. We have DoorDash, we have Target pickup, we have Amazon that can be delivered same day. Everything is just super fast paced, whereas we had to learn to have patience when we wanted something. Um, and the easy access, I think, is unhealthy because it makes it harder to develop an attention span, problem solving skills, and emotional resilience. It's not their fault, though. That's the world that we live in. Technology is unfortunately is essential in any workplace, school, anywhere that you're going. Even if you're going to the airport, most places will just have you check in on your phone rather than having a physical copy. My mom still prefers to have a physical boarding pass printout rather than having it on her phone. you know. But as for the use of social media, personally, I try to keep things real, and genuine and kind and positive. Um, I don't like to pretend my life is perfect, though, like, because it's not. Nobody's life is perfect. And I also try not to overshare private things as well. Um, and sometimes I look people up. I think that we all have that habit, though, of classmates or future coworkers. I've done that because I want to know who I'm going to be working with. So, I mean, let's be honest, we've all done that. Um, Learned from Catfish. You can get a sense of someone's, vibe and energy just based off of what they're posting and stuff. But, you know, I try to look for kindness and positivity, and I really try to stay out of any kind of form of drama. But I also follow boundaries with posting. I don't share personal details. I used to post like my exact location to certain things, but I don't think that it's smart, especially with trafficking is a common thing nowadays, and women, we have to be safe. So it's really important to be mindful about what you're posting to be safe. So, yeah, but that's pretty much my take of social media, and I do not want to go over anymore because I'm at 6 minutes. So, yeah, I look forward to listening to all the other posts, though. All right, bye.